competition tonight, running some competition. What do you think the key to the game with that was tonight as far as not getting those big hits when you needed them?
Yeah, we had a chance. Obviously, in that inning, we had the bases loaded with one out. It's tough. I mean, you got a 100-mile-an-hour sinker. He executed pitches on Carlos. So Muncie's line drive to Siri was a good at-bat. Ultimately, the game won and lost with defense tonight, really. I mean, we didn't make two plays on the relay throw, the short hop. If we catch that baseball, make a tag, it's a different inning. The ball down the line in the 7th with Hartley on the mound, backhand to Muntz, too. So, and then there in the 8th, the leadoff error. Really, for us to be, a playoff-type team, we've got to clean our defense up and play better.
What made you want to go to Cortez as a pitch hitter and been struggling a little bit lately? What made you want
lefties are much better against him, and the matchup was there. So, Carlos has had some big at-bats for us. Just unfortunate tonight that he just didn't get the big hit.
How was Soderstrom feeling? Update on him?
Yeah, he's got some hip tightness enough to where we had to remove him from the game. We'll get him reevaluated.
What do you think of Perkins tonight on the mound?
Thought he did a nice job. We got a long inning there in the 5th. Most likely, the thought process was to send him back out, but with that long inning, felt good about Sterner coming in with a clean, fresh start, and Sterner threw a great inning there in the 6th. Again, I think the game really was defensively.
5 innings, third start in a row there. How'd you feel out there tonight?
Felt good. Felt like this was one of those starts where I really had to grind. I know for me, the line, this is the best line I've had, so that's a good positive takeaway from it. But stuff-wise, just felt like it was one of those days where you had a battle, and I feel like I did that tonight. Gave us a chance to win. I think the biggest positive for me was getting through that inning with 2 runs and not letting it snowball and turn into more, being able to battle out of that and hold it where it was. But felt good health-wise, felt good from a competitive standpoint, but just wish the stuff was a little more fine.
I felt like you had 4 really good innings, and that 4th was one where you kind of struggled a little bit. Do you feel kind of the same way there? The 4 innings were really great, and that one you kind of just had a little trouble? Yeah,
it all starts with getting the leadoff guy. It seems like a lot of times when that leadoff guy tends to get on, really just getting the mindset of bearing down in those situations and not letting them get in scoring position with less than 2 outs, those types of ordeals. But like I said, even though they did, I feel like I did a good job, better job than outings in the past where 2 turns into 4, and keeping us in the game there.
What happened on that Adele triple? Was it a bit mistake pitch, or did he have a really good hit by him? Or?
Yeah, just a sweeper that stayed a little too middle. Felt like it was the right pitch. If I get it away, maybe he pops it up or flares it or whatever the case may be. But just a mistake leaving a little too middle for him, especially we had thrown a few in the at-bats before. So I think he was kind of knew a sweeper was coming at some point and just gave him one a little too close to him.
5th start for you there, right around that 80 pitch range again there. Do you feel like you're kind of stretched out now as a starter now after starting the year in the pen?
Yeah. I feel like I'm at a point where I'm going to keep going until Kotsay tells me I'm done. So, and that was the case today. That was kind of his decision to pull me after 5, which fully support him, but definitely felt like I could have kept going. So I think I'm in a good spot from a health and build-up perspective that I can go as long as they need me to.